All right, good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. King. I am here today to help celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. There have been three wonderful presentations prior to now, and I am the fourth, and I want to be part of that list of some great information that has been given today. I will be presenting on Duolingo, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, up to this point with our TI community's Hispanic Heritage Month celebration, we have learned about Hispanic athletes in history from our resident professional Densa. We took a tour of Costa Rica with resident professional Elle, and then resident professional Charmina made empanadas that looked really good. Those empanadas looked wonderful. And so while she was making empanadas, she was also discussing what Hispanic Heritage Month is. And so now it is my turn. And now we will be learning about Duolingo. And so to give you a little information about myself, my name is Dr. Bridget King, and I am a 34-year resident of Duncanville, Texas. I have lived in the 800 Link community for 18 years. I am a wife and a mother. And educationally, I am a graduate of Duncanville High School, which is where 800 Link is located in Duncanville, Texas. So I'm a graduate of Duncanville High School. I have an associate's degree in liberal arts from El Centro, a bachelor's degree in psychology from the University of Texas of the Permian Basin, a master's degree in organizational management from the University of Phoenix, and then just recently I earned my sports doctorate from the North Central University. I earned my education doctorate. And then I consider myself a servant leader. So those roles that I have are 25 years working in corporate America in various industries, 12 years working in online higher education, teaching business, management, leadership, human resources, social science, humanities, motivation and professional development courses. I am also a 12-year grassroots girls basketball coach for the Lady Panthers Girls Basketball Association. I have been a 12-year parent volunteer for Duncanville ISD, also serving in roles of president and vice president of PTA. And then I've served in various sports roles in various sports league in the area, serving on different boards. And then I am currently also a volunteer deputy registrar for the Dallas County Elections Department. And what TI Community's pillars is this presentation for? The first one is education, because I'm a resident educator. My topics will almost mainly be education related. And then I always try to touch on another pillar. And so community building is another one. You know, you build education, it builds the community. And then who is this presentation for? This presentation is for anyone interested in learning a new language and is looking for a software platform that will aid in doing that in an expensive yet effectively proven way. So it asks, what is Duolingo? What is this that we're talking about? Duolingo is a science-based language education platform that has organically become the most popular way to learn languages online. It is a really good app. And languages that are available to learn, there are 35 languages, 33 which are real languages, and then 2 are fictional. And they're going to be adding some new ones soon. I think one of the big ones is going to be Haitian Creole, and I'm excited about that because it's part of my heritage. But languages you can learn that are available right now are Arabic, Brazilian, Portuguese, Czech, Danish, Dutch, Esperanto, Finnish, French, German, Greek, Hawaiian, Hebrew. If you're a big Game of Thrones fan, you can learn High Valerian, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Irish, Italian, Japanese. If you're a Trekkie, they have Klingon, Korean, Latin, Latin American Spanish, Mandarin Chinese, Navajo, Netherlands, Norwegian Bokmal, Romanian, Scottish Gaelic, Swahili, Swedish, Turkish, Ukrainian, Vietnamese, and Welsh. And because it's Hispanic Heritage Month, I outlined the 2 Hispanic languages, or Hispanic heritage languages that are learned in here, or taught rather. And the first one is Brazilian Portuguese, and the second one is Latin American Spanish. And so Duolingo can be used by anyone looking to learn a new language. And this can be teachers teaching their elementary age kids. You know, they're kind of a little young to learn just by themselves. But with teachers, you know, they can also use Duolingo to learn, and then on up, you know, high school, middle school, adults, college adults, you know, so from elementary age students all the way up to adults, anybody can learn how to use Duolingo. And Duolingo is also used by school districts as a supplemental learning tool for their language other than English courses. Remember, there's no such thing as a foreign language course now. They're considered languages other than English. And then the lessons are interactive and are tailored to how a person learns. So they are, the creators of Duolingo use an algorithm. And as you complete the lessons, the algorithm tailors any any future lessons based on what you have currently done. So it's not a cookie cutter program or app where everybody is learning the same thing and there's no variety. Your lessons are tailored to you based on how you learn. If you're doing some things and you keep getting too many wrong, it'll pull you back to the stage before and have you relearn that stuff all over. If you're doing wonderful and you're mastering these lessons, it'll get, the lessons will become a little more advanced and a little harder. So it's actually pretty fun. And then based on their own research, they have learned that 34 hours of using Duolingo is the equivalent to one university semester of a foreign language. And so users that use Duolingo, it is a web and app-based software that has in excess of 300 million current users who complete over 7 billion learning exercises per month. It's a pretty, it's a pretty great program. And it can be used, there are 4 different ways you can use Duolingo, 4 different platforms. You have the web at duolingo.com. If you have, if you're a Microsoft user and you're using Windows, Microsoft App Store has the Duolingo app that can be downloaded and the icon placed on your desktop, as well as both the iOS and Android platforms to download the Duolingo app to your phone. So there are 4 different ways to use it. And so to discuss the lessons, these are my pictures, screenshots from my account. And as you can see, I am currently learning Spanish, French, Portuguese, and Arabic. And then on the right side, we'll get to that one in just a second, but it says the lessons start out with very basic vocabulary and transitions into harder words, phrases, and sentences. So if you look to the right and you see where it says Basics 1, that's going to be, my apologies, my mouse is a little sensitive. You see Basics 1, that's going to be just learning like cat, dog, horse, apple, fruit, car, those type of simple basic words. And so as you complete Basics 1, each lesson and each little circle thingy is a lesson. So Basic 1 is a lesson, Basic 2, but each one has 5 lessons included in that one little circle. So that's why you see the little crown with the number 5 on it. And then you see the other ones with 3. So with Basics 1, I have gone through and completed all 5 lessons. And as you complete that lesson, you move on to Basics 2. And as you complete Basics 2, finish a lesson in there, the phrases are open, so you can't just jump around. It makes you start from the very basic and you move up through the lessons. And so each section has 5 learning stages. And as one 5-section lesson is completed, a new lesson is open. So on the right side, that's one section. In this one, they have, I think it was 5 in this one. I see 4, but I think the 5th one I cut it off, cropped it because it was too big. But once I will complete all 5 crowns for all 4 of these, then it's going to open up another section. It's basically 5. So it's going to open up, once it's 25, if each lesson has 5 sections and this is 4, that's 20 lessons right there. And then there's going to be another section that has another 5. So once I complete all 25 of those in the next section of learning, and there are so many sections, the lessons just keep going. They get as hard as you need them to be, or as easy as you need for them to be. And for those who are big into learning styles, Duolingo is very good for those who are visual and auditory. It's good for everybody, but if you're a visual and auditory learner, it is very good for you. And participants are taught to speak the language, not just see and learn the words. And we'll see the next screen what that means. And then lessons teach normal everyday language and not just formal rules and languages learned in school courses. A lot of the LOTE or language other than English courses, I use Spanish, for example. they teach Spanish one way, but it's not the way that the children who are native Spanish speakers speak at home. Well, Duolingo kind of bridges that gap. You learn some formal words, but you're also learning, you know, the general Spanish that's taught, you know, and spoken at home. And then lessons and stories solidify and show mastery of words and phrases. So as you do the lessons, you're building on the vocabulary learned, just like in regular school. You know, you're not going to just jump from cat all the way up to tiger. You know, there's going to be stages there. So as we look at the pictures, you'll see where it says, let's scoot this over a little bit. It says, "Un gato tiene una llave." That means the cat has a key. So you're learning, and in that first basics, you're going to learn gato is cat. In one of the second lessons, I learned that chave was key. And then that O is the, Tim is have, and Uma is a. So the cat has a key. Well, it's also going to show you, you know, teach you in another way. It'll teach you what cat is. So you see at the top where it says translate the cat. Well, in this lesson, this first slide actually came before this second one. So I knew that O gato was the cat. So I was able to pick O and gato. And then as you do the daily lessons, you earn fire streaks. And from that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I've logged in every day, but I currently have almost, this was done, these screenshots were taken a few days ago. So I'm actually up to almost 250 day streak. And it's a competitive thing. You know, you earn points, you earn XP points. Every lesson that you do, you learn XP points, and the XP points are basically that's what you want to earn. And it's for bragging purposes. And for those teachers that use Duolingo in class and things like that, Duolingo utilizes something called gamification. And gamification is where you use gaming concepts with you know, things like to teach kids to do things. You know, you kind of condition them to do certain things. So with Duolingo, there are different stages of things that you can earn XP points on. So say like the wildfire, I get a 250 day streak, I get, you know, I reach level 9 or whatever, and I earn XP points. Learn 2,000 new words in a single course, you earn XP points. Follow friends, like that one in the center at the bottom, follow 3 friends, you earn XP points. So all of these different things you can earn XP points. But if you look to the right, those XP points also transition over to different leagues. Duolingo also has leagues. So if you're super competitive and want to compete with family members or whatever, or if you're in class and your teacher wants to, you know, is giving extra credit points for whoever has the most XP points, then doing the Duolingo leagues is actually a fun thing to do. And so what the Duolingo leagues are, they're completely optional to play. They're free. Duolingo is free. They have a paid version, but the free version does just as fine. And it's for those who like to compete. And there are 10 progressive leagues. So everyone will start at the bronze league and then progress to silver, gold, sapphire, ruby, emerald, amethyst, pearl, obsidian, and then diamond. And so each week you have to earn so many XP points, and you want to be in the top 10. So everybody that's in the top 10 most often is going to progress up to the next level. So if you start at the bronze league, you have to be in the top 10 to move on to the silver league. Those that are 11 and on down, they will spend another week in the bronze league until they get into the top 10. But as you progress in the league levels, then it becomes, you got to be in the top 50. Like this one, I was number 43 in the Obsidian League, which is the next to the last league, the next to the highest league. So in order for me to progress to the Diamond League, I have to stay 45 or above, because you see at the bottom of that picture, it's the demotion zone. So as long as I stay 45 or above, I'm going to move on. No, I'm going to stay in the Obsidian League. And then I think with the Obsidian League, you have to get 25 or above to promote to the Diamond League. So, you know, if you're competitive and want to get to earn the most XP points, the Duolingo leagues are good. You don't win a prize. There's no cash. There's no, you know, no Apple AirPods. It's just really for bragging rights. And then each league has a demotion level, and it depends on the level. And it requires the participant to log in and work on their learning every day to stay competitive. You don't log in, you drop, especially if you're in the leagues. If you don't log in and earn points, for those that are in your league, if they're logging in and earning points, you're going to drop and they're going to raise. And like I said, there is no prize for winning in the Diamond League. It's just bragging rights. And so now the question is, if you're a new user, you have never used Duolingo, you'll say, well, Bridget, how do I log in and how do I create an account to use Duolingo? And it's fairly simple. The first thing that you will do is go to www.duolingo.com/register. And when you pop up on the page, it's going to be a blue page with all the flags and the languages up under them. You're going to choose a language that you want to learn. And then once you choose that, you're going to hit continue or next, and it's going to pull you up to the next page that's going to ask you your reason for wanting to learn that language. And it may be, you know, you want to go to Italy and you want to learn Italian, you know, or you're trying to learn it for school, or you just want to learn it just to have something to do. You know, there are different choices there, and you will choose a choice. Most often it's going to be school or other or travel or something like that. And then the next thing you'll do on the next page after that is choose how many minutes per day that you want to spend learning that language. And for most, the average is going to be about 10 minutes a day, especially if you have additional responsibilities like families and all that type of stuff. You can knock out 10 minutes while you're cooking. And then the next page after that, you would choose whether you want to receive a daily reminder to do your lessons. And those reminders will come either via Facebook or Gmail, or you don't have to, you know, you can do it. It's an option. You know, if you want to get daily reminders, it's there. If not, you don't have to. But if you do, you have to choose that you want to either get the reminder via Facebook or Gmail. And then the page after that, because every time you choose something, you're hitting next or continue or something like that. You're going to choose a path. And basically the path is, you know a little bit about it or you don't know about it at all. So if you're familiar with the language, know a little bit about it, you'll choose the one that says you already know some of the language. If you're new to the language and don't have a clue at all about the language, you'll choose you are new to the language. And so then it'll tailor your basic one lesson to that, you know some or you don't. If you're brand new, you're gonna get brand new stuff. If you know a little bit, it's for some of them, I know if you say that you know some of it, it's gonna give you like a little quiz to see what you do know, and then it'll tailor your lessons. And then on that path page in the top right hand corner will be the first place where you will be able to click to create your account. There's gonna be a box there that says create profile or create profile account, and you will click on it and a registration page will pop up, and you will complete your profile and sign a username and password. And it doesn't matter whether you're using iOS or Android or the Microsoft app or whatever, or the Duolingo webpage. As long as you use your username and password, all your information will just propagate over. You know, you're pulling up the same stuff. You don't have to create a new account just because you go from Apple to Android, you know, or you go from the web version to the app version for Microsoft. It doesn't do that. You just log in with your username and password, and all of your information and points and everything will still be there. And then if this was a live presentation, I would be doing, are there any questions? And I'll give you my contact information, and you can, if you have any questions for me, you can email them to me and I'll have an answer for you. And being an educator, I always want to show where my information that I'm using comes from. So everything that I've discussed here today comes from the Duolingo site. The pictures came from my phone, from my Duolingo account. And so all of this is being said to say this: coming soon, we will be doing a TI Enrichment Programs Duolingo Challenge for all 30 TI communities, youth. For all the kids that live in all 30 TI communities, we're going to be doing a Duolingo challenge. It is still in the planning stages, so I'm not going to say as much here right now, but be on the lookout for that information. Once we get everything planned out, we're going to blast information out to all of the residents, parents, and the kids, and get everybody signed up and get going for there. And so if anyone has any questions for me, my contact information is as follows. I am Dr. Bridget King. I'm resident educator at the 800 Link community here in Duncanville, Texas, right outside of Dallas. If you need to email me, my email address is 800educatorbridget@ticommunities.com. And then my Facebook page is facebook.com/Dr. Bridget M. King, EDD. And so coming up next, and it should be going on right now if you're on Facebook Live or whatever, Ashley will be doing Making Traditional Art Together on the TI Enrichments Facebook Live page. So if you're in Facebook, go to the TI Enrichments Facebook Live page that has Eva Longoria at the top, and you'll scroll down, see the live, get with Ashley, and learn to make some Hispanic art. And then at 5:30 back at Zoom, not Ashley, Megan is going to be doing Zumba Fitness Latin Dance at 5 p.m. So if you have time, log into there and do any, get some Zumba in, get some fitness in on this Friday evening. And the TI Enrichment Facebook page is www.com/TI Enrichment. So if you ever want to know what we're doing, what the resident professionals are doing, you can always go to that page, and find out what virtual events are going on. We'll have one next week for voter registration. We all do, or we try to all do virtual events every week and try to do one a month. I mean, one each week of a month. So we're all doing at least 4 a month. So if you can, if you want to find out what we're doing, go to the Facebook TI Enrichment page, and you can find out everything, all the information that you need to know about events coming up and all of that good stuff. So thank you for sharing, and thank you for watching, and giving me this opportunity, giving me this platform to be able to present this information, and you want to have a wonderful evening.